Okay, this is Morning at NTV. We are glad to have your company. And today we are joined by, I don't want to say a new face. You're quite familiar on the show, and we've had you on before talking about ISBA University. But today we are going to be talking about investment.
Investment.
Yes,
Right.
investment and savings and,
Yeah.
and all that. Recently, the president was saying that he's not worried about the population of Uganda, but he's worried about the state of the economy that
Yes.
we are in and the quality of people. But from the time that you've been here in Uganda, what would you say, what do you think of Uganda in terms of savings and investment? What do you think of our savings culture and our investment culture?
To say that investment and saving culture is very weak here. It's an expanding economy, and the people don't save here. And basically people don't know, or if the investment and savings, there's a lot of differences. Most of them, they don't know what is investment, what is savings. The investment is giving up your present consumptions and putting the money in asset where you are going to get series of cash inflows in the future days. That means there's a growth in your asset and growth in your income and continuous income in the future days. But whereas in the savings, it may not be there. You may put the money in for immediate consumptions, where you may withdraw and deposit. This kind of things you may do it. But the main difference is the liquidity and risk in the case of investment and savings. And the 90% of the Ugandan, they may not have a risk-taking capacity. That's why they may not go for investment. They may allow to keep the money in the banks as a deposit and withdraw money, just spend it. So what will happen in the long run? Your money will not beat the inflation, and money's value keep on decreases, and that's impact on your standard of living or whole process. Has World Bank said that Uganda is one of the best economy in the future days, and 2020 is the highest growing rate in GDP. It may be, or it may be in agriculture, or it may be any other area. Uganda is the best place to invest and best place to grow. That's what I said.
Many people will say they don't earn enough to save, so let alone how can they even invest?
That's true. That's why I say that saving Ugandan shillings is spending less is equivalent to saving more. So what we have to do is you have to spend less today, and you have to keep each 1,000 shillings, and that becomes 30,000 shillings per month. You go for RD account and deposit there, and yearly it becomes something around $350,000 shillings, and you start investing. It may look like very funny. See, there is a lot of investments where you need not have millions to invest. You may have 1 million to within 10 millions. You can start a different kind of small business. To give example, tailoring, or it may be your car washing, or it may be computer service industry. A small investment is required. Required is your urge and your motivation and never give up attitude. That's required in investment. That's it. An investment policy of yours. That's what required.
You're saying 1,000 shillings at the end of the day or at the end of the month, but do you know, my colleague Joel usually likes to say some people have more months at the end of the salary, and not the other way around.
That's because of your spending culture. That's why I started with the most of us, we spend more than what we earn.
Because our demands are more. We don't even know how we live. We
borrow. That's really good. But still, I say that it is possible for anybody to start with a small amount and go on saving small amount, and from there you can continue with your investment. There is nothing like that. Monies are printed somewhere else and somebody is going to give you and you're going to spend. No, there's no process like that. So everybody should save, and through that it start investment. So
what are some of maybe the simple investment avenues people can start with for someone who is watching and has never ventured out and maybe is scared, has some new savings that they can invest in?
See,
where can they start?
I say that recurring deposit account in the bank may be very good. Monthly you fix something, say 5,000 shillings or 30,000 shillings you're going to save for the next 5 years, and then you're going to start some your own small ventures. That may be very good. Take example of nail I don't know how you call that, nail bar, I believe. Nail polishing bar is a good demand, or makeup maybe a good demand, or something dry fish may be a good demand. These are the things you can start with a small way, like a part-time, or has a additional to your income, increasing your incomes. That can be started. Through that you can start making the investment. Of course, you should have your own investment policy, your objective of investment, and knowledge on the investment, and plus what you wanted to come out of this. That's very, very important for anybody, you and me, for anybody. You may have an objective, make my kid to study and successful. Maybe that's the objective. Start saving the money. Maybe you can do that. Or somebody is having an objective of say I wanted to start big business, but today I have very less money. Remember, successful people never start. They never started with a big. They started with a small. So then they became a success. And one point of time, they all started as a beginners. So I say that you start, definitely you succeed. But our mindset is, I don't have money, I don't have anything. Oh, what do I do? In that whole year together, it will go. Then the year passes, everything passes. Then one fine day, we don't have anything with us, to beat the inflation. So to beat the inflation, you should have something to, invest. If you don't take a risk, that's the biggest risk in this economy.
Yeah,
doing that.
I've had
so you have to take a risk.
Taking a risk is a risk
Yes,
itself.
yeah.
But there are some people who have like a knack for business. They have an eye for opportunity. Whatever they touch literally turns to gold. And then there are others, it's just, I don't know, they're just unfortunate, a little bit of bad luck here. And they're like, you know what, some people just have it and some people don't. Do you believe that?
No. It's all depending upon how expert you are, how you are, informative yourself. So I say that you should have your own analysis, saying that, say, economic analysis, probably industry analysis, or GDP analysis, or like this kind of media. When they talk, you observe that. But our problem is we don't observe. Then we start that, oh, I don't have luck. My star is not good. So don't blame your star. Don't blame anything. Go ahead and be informative yourself. Take all the information, analyze that. Take the opinion of expert like you and me. So probably that's the best way to grow in business. And business is an experience. That's why I said that you have to take risk. When you take a risk, and tomorrow's growth will be very good, and tomorrow's your return will be very good. And that's why I say in a very simple way, investment is nothing but giving up present consumption, and you're going to invest in future. So where you will get a good wealth and series of cash inflow. So that's what investment. But you and me, we all like to today invest and consume today, and we'll forget about tomorrow. So then definitely we'll not beat the inflation, and the price of all the goods goes up, and by then equal amount of inflow will not be there, and that's what we will be run out of cash.
Oh, you're making it sound so interesting, and yeah, but I wish you could be a bit more specific. I know you did say, oh, if you're interested in nail, you can have a little nail bar or nail parlor somewhere, but what if someone is interested in something that is not very profitable at the moment? They're passionate about it. Do you actually have to be passionate about what you invest in, or can you maybe just have your money there just because okay, maybe boda, I know I can get maybe 50,000 at the end of the day, or 30,000, but I'm not really into it?
Yes. You're not interested with that, you're professional, then I may suggest you for going for equity market. Probably I may suggest you for precious item buying, like it may be art. Today budding artist.
Oh my God, I don't think that's for us Ugandans. To buy a piece of art and it appreciates in value. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
I don't know how many Ugandans do that.
Since you're not interested with the real cash inflow, so that's why I said that policy of your investment and what kind of return you're looking. Are you looking for periodical cash inflow? Or are you looking for capital appreciation? If you're going for capital appreciation, then I say that long term, very long term go. And are you looking for periodical cash inflow? Then you look for something every month, end of the month you get earning, something 20%, 30% of ROI. So such kind of investment you have to do. But end of the day, your investment policy matters a lot.
Investment policy
matters a lot.
Something very many people grapple with. At what point should I resign my full-time job to concentrate on my business?
Good. If you ask me as an expert, I say as long as you have a 2-year salary in your account, or 2 years deposits in your account, you have to do that. There is an investment rule we say. Always
2 years.
2 years minimum, because any business to succeed, you need a 1,000 days. That means I'm literally saying that 3 years to reach your break-even point. So 1,000 days you have a financial backup. Then go ahead and hit the market. Otherwise, most of us, what will happen is in just 1 year, oh, I'm not getting a return, so that means I took a wrong decision. I should not get into investment or business. That's what we walk out. Again, we'll go back to job, because in the job we have a periodical cash inflow, every month I'll get a cash. I know my everything will be managed through this. So you should have a focus, saying that next 1,000 days, even irrespective of things, no problem for me. I can go ahead with the, investment, and until I get my break-even point, I need not to bother. So that's what you have to make it out. So
1,000 days. Unfortunately, we have got to end it here. But you do say something that's quite interesting. Most businesses in Uganda, they say, according to statistics, do not survive their first birthday, and that is only 365 days.
Exactly.
So they need to be given more time.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Any business to do that, you need
1,000 days. And I've heard of a 1,000-day rule. I've heard of such rules, 1,000. So, kakana, not too much pressure on yourself if your business doesn't take off in the first year. Give it 1,000 days and have investment principles.
So the other principle said that never lose the money.
Never lose the money.
And that's the first rule. Second rule, I say, never forget the first rule. Because most of us, we forget the first rule and we lose the money. Then we say that, hey, I don't know. Because most of us, we don't know what is profit definition itself. Because when I say profit, most of us, we say that profit is nothing but revenue minus expenses. That is not the actual definition. The definition is the profit is nothing but the money's worth with the benefit.
Okay, Dr. Bart, Acting Vice Chancellor is Bart University. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So happy investing.
Happy investing. Farida Nakaziwe is up next with Mwasuze Mutia.